All right, man, we back with this shit, man. I gave y'all an overview when I was legit coming up, man. Now we're gonna take it back to the hood. Well, a nigga jumped off the porch, man. We're gonna start off with this hustling shit right here on Cushman and North Chamberlain, man. It was a goddamn house right here, Cooney house. And this really what all happened at for me, you know what I'm saying? My brother, he had a goddamn sack and he was already hustling. So I went in his sack, got a couple grams out of shit, like, man, I'm finna taste this shit out myself. So when me and one of my partners, me and one of my partners came down here, man, to the spot right here, man, and it went down right here. Ever since that day, I ain't never looked back, you know what I'm saying? So right here, Cushman and Chamberlain, man. A lot of memories in this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? But this what I started off for me on some hustling shit. All right, man, we're here, man, in the back of the Triple T's, you know what I'm saying? A lot of shit went down right here. Shit, just a couple things a nigga straight up just think about the dome, man. I went to jail right here for the first time and everything. Like, it was crazy, man. It was a police back then who just always harassing everybody like on the east side. It wasn't even just East Chat, it was the whole east side, you know what I'm saying? We don't give him no credit or nothing, but he was just always harassing everybody, you know what I'm saying? He pulled up. We was sitting over there on the sidewalk, the parking and shit. They pulled up and shit, saw who a nigga was and shit, got out on some harassing type shit. A nigga, I had just got straight, you know what I'm saying? Uh, Back then, like, pounds of gas and shit was high as hell, 6,000, 5,500, you know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas weren't fucking with the smoke, you know what I'm saying? On some hustling shit, like older niggas and shit did, but like, nobody young had really made their mark on it, you know what I'm saying? Especially as far as the hood. So he pulled up, man. I see him, I already know he on some bullshit. So I hop up the car on his ass and shit. So he said, stop. I'm like, hell, nah, ain't nobody stop. I take off on his ass. It's an alley in the back of this motherfucker, and I hit the alley. He done pulled the tase out on the nigga. He pulled the tase out, and he tased the nigga and shit. They got everything off a nigga, this and that. And we talking about, oh, look what we got here, you know what I'm saying? Kingpin, East Chat, this and that. Like I said, because at the time, like, gas and shit was just like introductory, like, level back then. But yeah, that was a crazy ass memory, man. You know what I'm saying? Nigga went to jail right here for the first time. Another memory, right here on this porch, man. It was one of my partners, old head junior, you know what I'm saying? One of the old heads in the hood. He like, his personality is the type where he indoctrinated like prison life type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how he carry himself, on them old school ass strong arm men type shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, we right here shooting dice and shit. I'm young as hell. So I'm hitting his ass. So after that, he get to talking about some, like, now I caught it. Like, we shooting dice and shit. So he tried to play me, you know what I'm saying, on the dice. I'm like, man, bro, you ain't finna play shit, you know what I'm saying? So he like, this mine, young nigga, this mine, you feel me? I'm like, bro, if you don't get my shit, we finna have some problems. So he like, I ain't give you shit, this and that and the other. I'm like, all right, cool, I played this one, I ain't get mad, high-headed or nothing. So I hit the corner, you know what I'm saying? I head to the crib. I had a 357 back then. I get that sale on his ass. I come back, like, so you ain't gonna get my shit? He talking about some, I ain't give you shit, but he ain't peeping the whole time when he got that 5. So I upped on his ass. He talking about some, damn, you gonna do me like that? You gonna do me like that? You know what I'm saying? So I had a couple more partners with me trying to hold me back and shit. So they holding me back. He take off running. You know what I'm saying? So he take off running. I wiggle out from front of him. I chase his ass down the street, straight down Bachman. Get to getting off at him on Bachman and shit. But he was fast as hell. His old ass fast than a motherfucker. So I couldn't catch him. Next thing you know, I get a call from my brother and shit. Cause like, him and my brother, they used to be fucking around and shit. So I guess he done called my brother, talking about some, oh, your little brother tripping type shit. I wasn't tripping, you know what I'm saying? Nigga tried to play, man. The soul on earth, but you gonna play me, bro, you know what I'm saying? So after that, man, ever since then, man, we been cool, locked in like a motherfucker. I love the shit out of him, but he knew not to play with me now another time, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was a story right there, man. So for sure.
Yo, man, it takes to the tapping in, man.
Hey, yeah,
On
yeah,
this
yeah.
documentary about G Strong right here, man. Day one nigga, my partner, you know what I'm saying?
Man, tell them for how you when you gave a nigga the name and shit, you was locked up. We writing letters and shit. You just
Yeah,
know said then you got out shortly after, but tell them for how that shit went, man.
yeah, when we were young niggas, he was the strongest, cockiest nigga, man. He southpaw, man. He left hand, knocking out grown niggas. So he already was cock these a strong ass nigga. And he was first nigga around here in our section, you know what I'm saying, to fuck with the gas when it went from mid to dro to OGs, you know what I'm saying? He was the first nigga with the gas. So I came up with the name, you know what I'm saying? G Strong. We put it all together and that's how it came together.
For sure, man. It's real facts and story, real history type shit, man.
Right
Ain't none
shit.
of this shit made up or don't have no type of meaning or none of that shit, man. All that shit was straight raw, man. Yeah, man. Each shit always been like a hub for GDs and shit. We had some older Crips and shit too, but that was like before like our generation, you know what I mean? But GDs from all over coming from all parts of town, you know what I'm saying? We get up together in each chat. So yeah, that's how that was, man. It was all kind of money out there. Uh the nightlife was good. It always was like 4, 5 clubs in each chat, know what I mean? No other neighborhood in the city really had like a hub for nightlife. So that impacted it too. I remember one night I'm gonna bust on one of my homeboys, one of my guys and shit, man, he told me to come through so I bust up on him and shit. So while I'm in there hollering at him, some niggas went in my car, you know what I'm saying? I had a 750 BMW 750, big boy. I was a young nigga. So some niggas went in my car. I ain't know it at the time because I'm in there hollering at bro. So get back out to the car and I get to looking for my gun and shit. But I couldn't find it. So at the time, somebody else is pulling up. And when they pulling up, I'm like, damn, man, y'all seen somebody go in my car? They're like, yeah, some niggas, you know what I'm saying, went in the car and they took out walking like in front of the Sandys. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool, cool, cool. So I'm thinking some niggas on some bullshit, you know what I mean? So I tell bro, you know what I mean, we get the scraps and shit. So we go looking for them. We find them in front of the Sandys. So when we pull up, we see him. We're like, man, don't move. You know what I'm saying? Turn around. Don't move. Knowing they got the scrap. So the niggas turn around and fire my scrap at me and my homeboy, me and my guy. You know what I'm saying? So we get to letting off. So one of them fall. We thought we hit him. It was about 5, 6 of their. So he filed and shit. We thought we hit one of them. They scatter. So I remember walking up to one of them. He was fake. He was like laying down flat. I told nigga, roll over. I'm trying to see who the fuck these niggas is. Like roll over, man. It was a little bit ass kid, man. Like, just young nigga, just on some. You know what I mean? I understood him. I looked at the kid, man. I can't do nothing to no kid. I just can't do nothing to no kid. So we wind up getting the gun back and shit. He told us and shit. We bust on told like, man, it could have got real ugly. Like I'm thinking y'all grown, this and that and the other, but it was just some kids, man. Holler at them, holler at their mama and shit. But yeah, that was a wild moment. But nigga ain't know no doing nothing to no kids or no old bullshit like that, man. Uh, I mean, one time a nigga tried to play me in the hood. I was shopping with the nigga, so he started shorting me and shit. So he started shorting. I'm like, damn, bro, why my size keep coming up short? He come with some old excuse. I'm like, all right, cool. So I told him to pull up one day, and me and my partner, we robbed the shit out of. It was crazy, cause we did it right in front of my mama's house. You know what I'm saying? She was gone. And we told him to pull up and shit. He pulled up and we got his ass. But what made it even more crazy at the time, like it was a police stayed right across from my mama's house. He ain't caused no problems to nobody, nothing like that. He stayed in his lane, but it was just the fact like we were just on some wild shit, just not giving a fuck about nothing. But yeah, man, that was crazy right there too. I never really did nothing to nobody who didn't do nothing to me first. You know what I'm saying? Like I never really went looking for nothing or none of that because I really always had my own motion. I always done had motion. Like I always had something going on if I can be straight. But I never let a nigga play me. So yeah, we had to get his ass. It was crazy cause my partner, I get in the car with the nigga first, so my partner coming down the street to make it look like we ain't together or whatever. So when I'm in the car with the nigga and shit, he talking about some all these excuses. So my partner walk up, put the strap like through the window. I'm looking like, man, you tripping? Woo. So the nigga, he grabbed the strap and holding on to my partner and shit all out the window. You know what I'm saying? So I grabbed the money, I grabbed the sack, I got out the car. So he bear hugging my partner. So he bear hugging, so my partner threw the strap over the car. When he threw it over the car, I grabbed it and shit. Nigga, let him go, let him go. He let him go. He like, don't kill me, bro. Don't do nothing. Do. Get on up out of here. Now, I mean, get on up out of here. He thought he was gonna buck type shit. Like he started coming to a nigga, so I get to letting off at him. Like I said, the police right across the street. But that shit right there was wild and motherfucker. But hey, yeah. Right after that, we went to the club, went to the mall to get shit, this and that. Yeah, man, that was a hell of a night. Bought the box, man. We was on some just extra turn shit, man. Real shit, on some young shit. Finished that memory off. We found out one of the guys had something to do with that sack, but at the time we didn't know it, and he definitely wasn't getting nothing back. The reason why I was touching on the hood is because like during that day, the golden age of GDN and chat started in East Chat. So I remember, man, like it was yesterday. Everybody was getting together and shit. It was another brother from Cleveland, older brother, you know what I'm saying? He got all us together. And we got together in the hood on Stewart. So when we get together, this guy's from everywhere. Uh, out south, the west side, East Chat, Boone Heights, East Lake, Highland Park. Like it really wasn't nowhere in the city that it wasn't someone there like to represent wherever they was from. So we get together and we just, you know what I mean? Like we all just took initiative just to like to get the city together because, you know, we all studying the business, we studying, but it was like on some individualism type. Um, I ain't gonna say type GDN because individualism really ain't GDN. Like everybody was just taking the business in their own way. It wasn't no unity. You know what I'm saying? Like if you was from Boone Height, you got to talk like this. If you was from East Chat, you got to talk like this. If you was from East Lake, you got to talk like this. Like it was just wherever you was from, you got taught a certain way. Highland Park got taught like this. The South, they got taught like everybody got taught a different way. It wasn't nothing unified as far as the business outside of just really like a handshake. You know what I mean? But really, other than that, it really wasn't unified at all. So yeah, we all took initiative beforehand. There had been some other movements on the town, but they never really lasted too long because like a lot of the older guys, they started like falling back. So when they started falling back, they left nothing but the younger ones out to try to put something together. And that's really what we started doing. Started going neighborhood to neighborhood. I mean, as a force is one. Like we started putting a lot of shit behind us, but it was so much more like that. We had to do like in-house cleanup type shit. We was on that. We was on that real, real bad, man. Like on some plug in, plug out type shit. Yeah, so was. So another thing that like it was like a perfect storm was brewing like within a nation in chat. Um, like I remember Chief Keef had just dropped. He was the biggest in the world, like at the time. Like he was huge. So in the South, like in chat, we hearing this and shit. So like, damn, they when we find out like they from Chicago, this and that and the other, even though they BD, but like we weren't giving a fuck about really none of that. It's still, oh, they the folks, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't no GD, BD, like tension or none of that. Like y'all was the folks, like it was the folks, you know what I mean? As long as the folks was getting recognized, it was all unity. Like in our mind, like it was way different from like in Chicago and the Midwest, it's so way different. Like in the South, it's way different. Like it ain't no really like no BDs like that, especially in speaking personally, like for chat, like it really ain't BDs like no BD movement or nothing. It's GD, like mine going hard. GD strictly in chat. Um, 720 concept in chat, that's the only thing really going on. And like I say, man, it was the perfect storm. Like I remember, I think it was 2012, like yeah, 2012. Like I said, all this shit like a perfect storm. Like the older guys, they had like they was involved in like a big ass roundup that was going on in Chattanooga. Um, so that was another reason why like a lot of us young as hell. Like our older guys, they got picked up in this big ass roundup, or some of them had already been gone to the Joan or whatever the fuck the case was they got going on in life. After that, I started working my way up through the membership. And how I did that was like I was firm as hell. Humble, but I was firm as hell. Like if it was some specific stuff that you supposed to knew or be doing or anything like that, like I was going so like not even just me, like all the guys, we were just going so Super Bowl hard about every little thing. But I guess it was just something about me that stood out. But initially, I started at the bottom. You know what I mean? Really just in the neighborhood at first. We started getting together, everybody in the neighborhood, we get together, pushing the business, learning the business, spreading the business all through the neighborhood. So once we started like noticing certain shit wasn't how it supposed to be, like regarding the teachings, um, we started putting emphasis on everything. Like man, it was so crazy. Like it wasn't really nothing that you can do and just get away with like that. Like man, I don't think that type discipline can be replicated like in the town. Like we were going hard on everything. Like you better not get caught doing nothing wrong. Period. Cause boy, man, I done seen the toughest niggas. I'm talking about niggas who stone cold, tough, killer ass niggas who, not me, but these niggas get handled by their mob. Break a grown man. I'm talking about break them down. Know what I mean? But yeah, that's really how it was. We were going Super Bowl hard on every little thing, like everything. Now, see me, I never really indulged in personal shit, because at the time it was like I said, everybody coming from their individual neighborhoods and being taught a certain way. So I never really got involved in nothing that was like personal. If we want the business, like I really stayed the fuck away from it, because like I said, I had my own motion. Hey, yeah, man. Shit, coming back from school, like I said, I know for sure I probably had 25, 30,000 just when I came back from college. That was like unheard of at the time. Like nowadays, there's all kind of other shit going on where you can have something going, but back in them days, it really wasn't too much you could have going on like that. Like the choices and the options were real limited. So when I came back, say about 25, 30,000, I'm like this. I'm around moving around this bitch like I mean, that nigga for real. We going hard on every little thing, running through shit. Um, running through shit, getting up, trying shit, trial and error. Know what I mean? It was a lot of shit that didn't work. A lot of it didn't work at all. But we just kept pushing to the next. All right, we're gonna try this. We're gonna try this. We're gonna try this policy. We're gonna try this. And eventually, we started finding certain shit that was working. So, like I said, I started at the bottom, just focusing really only on my neighborhood, each chat. After that, I moved up to being responsible for like the whole east side of town. Like I said, remember, it's 4, 5, 6 neighborhoods on the east side. So I rose to that and did my thing with that. And I mean, I ain't really had too many problems, but really like all the problems started coming for me personally when I stepped up and started taking charge of the city as far as the guys. Um, Before then, the first individual who was in charge of and responsible for it, this brother he real knowledgeable. You know what I'm saying? Real knowledgeable. Uh, he had experience like a motherfucker as far as uh being familiar with certain topics and certain aspects of the business that a lot of folks wasn't. You know what I mean? But he did the best he could. He did the best he could. I salute him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been no hater. Uh, he did the best he could. Good at his job. He really got it all started. So hats off to bro, man. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but only thing about that, he didn't really like have a long tenure to do his thing and try to put stuff together more because at the time, uh, like I said, we all outside. It wasn't no sitting behind the camera or sitting behind the internet type of phones or whatever the fuck the case it was. Like how it is just so widespread now. Like you had to be outside to know what's going on, to be a part of whatever the fuck it was. So bro did his thing, but he was like I say, all of us in the streets, you know what I'm saying? So I think bro wound up catching some charges. And when he caught his charges, I mean, he called me, like, man, pull up on me to holler at you about something. Like, all right, cool, I'll be up there. I pull up on me, like, man, I caught this charge, you know what I'm saying? Long story short, I'm about to have to go on a run. So before I do something to disrupt the mob or cause any confusion, this and that and other, I want to let you know that I want to put you uh, in, in responsibility for the city. I want to have you run the city and you take over. I'm like, man, look, bro, that's a little too much. I ain't really, man, I'm getting money. I'm doing all kind of shit. I'm like, I don't really know how the fuck I would do it. And like I say, man, we young as hell. I know for me personally, I was 20. So he would let me know. So by the time, uh, bro go to jail, I'm like 21. Yeah, 21. So, like I say, he had already called me and told me. We told all the guys. So, bro, go to jail and shit. And from that moment on, man, the responsibility was on me to orchestrate the whole city as far as the guys. And man, that's when shit got all kind of crazy and wild. Yeah. But let me back up right quick. I remember like some memories as far as that time. I remember going to Memphis. Went to Memphis and we getting up with this like the security personnel. So the security personnel he get to asking, bro, like, man, how many guys uh, how many guys in chat that's with the movement type shit, basically. I'm trying to chicken talk, just bear with me, man. So bruh, like, man, I'm gonna have to get his exact number. So I remember, bro, you know what I'm saying? I remember his personality and everything. I think bro done passed on then, man, but good ass brother. He like, what you mean? What you mean? You ain't familiar, you don't know. But bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Individuals going in and out of jail, moving out of town, doing all kind of shit. So the numbers was always fluctuating. But brother really didn't want to hear none of this shit. He like, man, I want an exact number. This how we rocking with the woo the woo. I'm looking at shit. I'm like, damn, man, this shit whole different in chat. Uh, like how Memphis rock, cause they had been moving and shit. We was really just new to start moving, especially as far as like with out of town guys and stuff like that. Cause the main reason we went down there, I remember, I think they had a Larry Hoover birthday bash. They had a Larry Hoover birthday bash. We went down there, man. And man, it probably 1,000 GDs that came to the spot that we was at. Hey, yeah, that was a moment right there. You seeing all kind of individuals in there. But we got back to the town. Like I said, we got back to the town where everybody got their lives and stuff. So when it came time for me to step up and take charge of stuff, be responsible for stuff, like I got to looking at it like, how can I be different? Like, how can I be different, and make my own mark? Uh, and also like I ain't want to fuck up because I knew how serious shit was. Like shit was way different. Like it was nothing watered down. Like every little thing, you better not get caught hitting up the wrong way. Like motherfuckers getting on your ass. You better not get caught cussing in a particular setting. And I'll be like every little thing could fuck around and some guys wind up on your ass. Like that type toughness and like the grit we had, a lot of individuals who were around them probably would have never made it. Like it was real different back then. But yeah, so I wanted to start teaching different. I wanted to start spreading different stuff, and I also want to try to find something that we can come together behind, other than the mob, other than being GD, other than, you know what I mean, just the, I ain't gonna say the basics, but you know the 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 basis of just being solely GD only gonna get you so far. So that's how we start rocking. And when I say, man, like, we had something to protect then. It wasn't just no we GD in just the GD type shit. Now we had a whole movement, like motherfucker come out of town. I remember one time Snooty Wild, man, Snooty Wild uh got over him and stuff. And like his individuals was calling the guys like for us, you know what I'm saying? Like calling in, checking in, like it wasn't nowhere you can go. It wasn't no checking in, nothing. Like man, it was just crazy. Like you better not wind up. If you from North Chattanooga, you better not be caught in um let's just say like East Lake or somewhere without checking in with security. Like it was just whole totally different. Cause it was gonna be something following your ass right back to the crib if you did something like that. Like that's just how serious we had everything. Like shout out to the guys who was around and stuff too, man. Like I salute y'all because there really ain't too much left from that generation, from that era when we was putting it down. But yeah, man, like it was just everything was totally different. Another thing, like I always been humble, like I say, firm. Uh, what I mean by firm is like couldn't just know anybody come up to me and say, "Oh, I'm GD," and I just be like, oh, "Okay, bro, what do?" And just embrace you this and that. Now you had to show me something. Like you had to show me you knew what you was talking about. I just wasn't shaking up and hitting up with just no random individual because like we were taking it to heart way different than a lot of stuff going on. But yeah, man, I was so firm. I was so firm. I been not catch a motherfucker saying nothing that didn't make sense or add up with his business. I was stressing every little thing, and that's how like the security and stuff was too. Um, but yeah, like humble and stuff. Like I always been humble, like in the aspect of being my own person, my own mind. Uh, like how I carry myself and all. Like I made my own lane in every way. Like that's how I feel. Other people done told me stuff too. Like I never really dressed or looked like others or nothing. Like I just tried to grasp my own own identity. But I never bought a pair of Jordans really in my life. I like the old school shoes, dope boy uh era type trap music type like that. That's how the era I came up in, so that's what I liked it. Um yeah man, but I always been my own man. I wasn't no yes man. I was the most anti yes man when it came to the GD business. Like if you wasn't like I remember certain times I'd be on uh I'd be politicking with other individuals that stayed in another city or wherever they were from, but they want to chat like they stayed somewhere. And we politic with them, and they always try to put like chat at the bottom, like I was second hand GDs or some shit. Like it was crazy. Like especially coming from Memphis. Memphis had that shit bad than a motherfucker. Uh, not all of them, but enough for somebody from the outside looking in. That's what they was think. That's what they would think. Um, but yeah, man, I'll be on these we'll be having these talks and stuff, and they'll be trying to put chat at the bottom. And I used to stick up for chat, like stick up for it like a motherfucker. 'Cause we never had an identity outside of Chattanooga for GDN. You know what I mean? Like never. Before this time, like I say, it had always been a couple movements and stuff, but as far as taking stuff out of town and politicking and networking with other areas, it had never went on in chat until, like I said, the golden age, the age and generation that I was a part of. Um, yeah, we'll be getting up, like talking and stuff, and I used to always just be at bat for chat. Like it'll be niggas in the town hating on me for certain bullshit or just a smiley shit, but I'll be somewhere totally different, like Nashville, whatever the fuck I was, pulling for these same individuals who I was getting hated on by. Like it was the craziest shit. It really didn't start. It really didn't start until, like I say, when I was just particularly in the in East Chattanooga area, that wasn't the case. But when I rose up and started doing more and more shit and getting more and more responsibility, man, it just blind hate came from fucking nowhere. It was just, man, some off the wild shit. I mean, one time when I can say we going Super Bowl hard, you better not get out thinking you finna disrupt nothing, like nothing at all. It was, like I say, it was different individuals who never seen the city so tight, so together, so moving on one accord, because they'll be gone or might have moved out of town. Someone went to the jump, came back, and they'll get out or come back thinking stuff the same from how it was whenever they left or went to the jump, whatever the fuck the case was. So the one individual, he come getting out, oh, I'm this and that, and I'm like responsible for this and that and the other. So we looking like, bro, I don't give a fuck who you are, think what you think you finna do, or nothing like this. What's going on right now? You finna get with this shit, or you finna have some problems. Oh no, I'm finna make some calls. This and man, listen, we ain't trying to hear none of that. You ain't finna do nothing at all. So I remember, man, it was some hound dogs. Man, these young niggas were hound dogs. I ain't say young brothers was hound dogs. I'm talking about any little thing, anything that they, man, if they thought they was gonna endure their shirt in a particular way, they was on it. Like they was on it. And they respected the seat that a nigga had. So man, I'm telling them like, man, look, bro, like, I don't know what he think he finna do, but he ain't finna get out here disrupting nothing. He gonna get in line or whatever fucking gonna go on. But they like, man, I mean, say no more with the woo. Man, I mean, we out in the west. What is the west? Yeah, we in the west side one time. That's the projects in chat. Um, I think the nigga was out there or something. It was something, but he wound up being out there. These little hound dogs out there too. Man, when I say they I'm talking about beat the shit out. Like, man, it was just some crazy shit. Like, it wasn't no disrupting unity back then. Like, it wasn't none of that. But yeah, shit. I say it to say like the level of seriousness and the level of um togetherness was on a totally different level. Straight up. Another thing that was going on, like I stayed in my own lane. Like I said, I had so much shit going on, and at the time it was a lot of guys. Like I say, certain guys had certain egos from, like I say, though, a time that had played out, but they'll get out or whatever the fuck the case is, go throughout society, just like they just big dogs, this and that and the other. But it was just crazy because the individuals who had nothing to do with nothing, like they never was been played, like they never. I mean, it probably still go on today. I'm pretty 9 times 10 times out of 10. I'm sure this go on today. Like it's certain individuals who, I mean, like the average citizen or whoever the fuck the case is might think they are somebody, but really, like when it comes to GDB, they just a regular outstanding member. Like no shade to like nobody like that, but um, don't wear your ego on your sleeve type shit. You know what I mean? Like it was it worked in my benefit because like I really like to stay in low key. Certain individuals will hear my name or be doing certain shit and individuals tell them about me or what we had going on or treating situations like what or whatever the fuck the case was. And I ain't really give a fuck about individuals saying they this and that and the other. It never really affected me because I want to stay as low key as possible because like if I know y'all out there doing that, I know like the police or law enforcement, like that's the type shit that they'll go for first. They not looking at little old me. I'm just sitting back in the cut. I don't want no attention, period. Like I never even played the internet, Facebook. I never really did that. I get on there to get some number or whatever, like shoot my shots and shit like that. But I never really played that internet shit. It was around back then, but it wasn't like just so prevalent how it is now. You'll get on there and check it like once every couple of weeks. Like it wasn't how it was now. But I never really liked it, no attention, like at all, because I knew in the back of my head, in the back of my head, outside this GD business, I got my own personal shit going on too. Like it wasn't no like a lot of individuals, all they had was just being GD. Like they just I mean like they had other shit. Like I had a real like business going on way back when I was a youngin'. So I never really wanted no attention. Like I like how they was seeking attention and this and that because it cried. I mean, I understand, but I just never done it. But back in them time, like we had gangster groupies. Gangster groupie like it was certain females who would fuck with a gangster just because he was a gangster. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how if that's how it is now, but yeah, we had a lot of them on the town, man, back then. Uh Hell yeah, so I don't know if that's what they was doing it for. Oh, I don't really know, but I never just been the type that be go around, I'm GD this or I'm this and that or I got this, I'm responsible for this. None of that. Like, I never really did none of this shit. I was just always humble as fuck, just me. Um, but like I say, man, like, I guess they did that shit for their own reasons or whatever the fuck it was. But I just like to being a low key nigga. Another thing that helped me be low key, like I say, I was always smart than motherfucker. I used to study certain laws, like in the city or whatever fuck laws get passed, laws that had already got passed, and like I want to know how to do certain shit. Like when I when I used to study the business, I used to take certain uh points that it'll talk about and apply it to my life. Like how can I do this personally? And then if that worked for me personally, okay, now how can I apply it to teaching or showing these other guys how to do the same shit? Um, yeah, so I did that a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? I did that a lot. Like I love teaching, you know what I mean? Like showing like I was always a sucker for the struggle. I mean, it might not make sense to a lot of motherfuckers, but I was a sucker for the struggle. I don't give a fuck if you ain't have nothing, you know what I mean? Like we was brothers, we was in this shit together. Or how you want to look at it, like I was a sucker for this shit. Like times was different back then. Um, I ain't never make fun of no guys or no shit like that. Like I ain't never really do none of that type shit. I understood because shit I came from the same struggle. Everybody be at different points in their life. So yeah, when I got back, I had certain shit going on, but I never really like cast judgment or thought I was bigger than nobody. You know what I mean? That's the reason why I say all that. But yeah, man, I love teaching the business. I love teaching things outside the business that this maybe can help you with your personal life. Like I said, like you don't gotta do nothing illegal if you don't want to. Like a lot of guys when they do illegal stuff, that's um stuff as an individual. You know what I mean? Like um a brother get into it with another individual because of a chick or whatever the fuck the case. So if it wasn't about no money, me personally, I wasn't getting involved in this shit. But um like regarding others and shit. But if they wasn't um they wasn't just like valuing the same shit, like it was just different, man. But hell yeah, damn, fuck I'm talking about. Yeah, I love teaching the business. So like I remember one time like I was studying like the gun laws and stuff because I had noticed like a lot of guys go to jail or whatever the case is, go fed because of guns. I'm like, how the fuck this is? Like, how the fuck? So I get to diving in the business, like trying to find the answer, this and that. And other. I get to reading certain shit, and after that, I got to studying shit on the internet, like what's going on with the. So um, I find out like it ain't illegal, like in Tennessee and chat, like it ain't illegal for you to have a gun on your person as long as it's showing. It's called open carry. Um, but it is illegal for you to have one, like if you a convicted felon. But I mean, we all know that. But like gun license and shit like that is extra ways for them to make money. Now, like certain little facts and shit like that, I started noticing. I started teaching and showing the other guys this shit. Um, like you can walk down the street with a long rifle, like a long gun, or like on your back or some shit like that. You ain't gotta have no motherfucking gun license for that. You can have a pistol, and you can have a pistol as long as it's showing. You can you can have a pistol. You know what I mean? Like on you, as long as it's showing, like in the holster or something, you can have it on you. But you know, the whole time growing up and shit, I'm thinking like you gotta have a gun license or shit like that, or have um like I just didn't know the facts about certain shit, but I got to learning stuff like that along with other stuff. I got teaching and showing a guy, but I never really just, like I said, walked around like, oh, I'm this, oh, I'm that. You know what I mean? It's just all this shit. You know what's going on around here. I can't be caught like that. I ain't on no bullshit. Got no deal with
ain't on paper.
Yeah,
Man, I gotta review the law, man. I'm not gonna put you. I don't fucking know, man. If you don't have a carry permit, I don't know if you can just open show it like that, man. You gotta have a shirt over it or some shit.
Nah, if I had a shirt over, that's when I have to have a permit. You see what I'm saying? If it's just open carry. Oh, no. If it's just showing like that.
Well, what is it? What is it?
I just want more type.
Listen, as much weight as you pull out here, man, I just don't know if it's good to be standing on the corner with a gun, man.
Who?
You pull all sorts of fucking weight.
I don't do what I do.
It's not what you've done, it's who you are.
What you mean by that? I'm a positive role model out here. What you saying? Like I ain't on no bullshit, nothing. You know what I mean? Like I ain't got no bullshit to be indulging with right now.
Fucking.
I mean, one time, the one guy he came to the neighborhood. He like, yeah, man, the movement going so hard, woo. So I'm with some more brothers. So they like I say, man, everything really was on a need to know base. So if you got caught somewhere else talking about some shit or whatever the fuck the case was, man, I can promise you it was some following you back to wherever you were from or who you was getting up with. I know that for sure. But yeah, man. So he out there talking about the movement going this and that. And we like, oh yeah. He like, yeah, the movement going hard. So we like, what specific part you talking about? He like, man, the guys, know what I'm saying, the individuals who representing us, they going hard, they showing us shit, they doing this, like they more involved, and if some shit go on, like regarding the business, like certain shit getting like wasn't nothing sliding. So like we like, oh yeah, he like yeah, G Strong putting it down. So we all look at each other and shit. We like, damn, who are that? He like, oh, that's bro who putting it down for, you know what I mean, chat. So like I say, when we looked at each other, it was something sad, but it was something like it was positive, it was something negative and positive in the same sense because I knew in, like deep down, bro, them finna get on his ass just for saying anything like that. I mean, pertaining to we ain't do none of that. So but it was good too on the other end, like I said, Mike, cause um we knew the messages that we was putting in you know in play was reaching the target individuals. Um, but yeah, man, that was a moment, man, for real. Uh, yeah, but I just said that because, like I said, man, I could have easily been like, oh, bro, I'm G strong, this and that, I'm strong. Oh, I never did that, but like I say, he saying all these different things, but I'm right in front of his ass the whole time. Like it was funny and fucked up. Know what I mean? Yeah, the ideology of the business so cold, man. I done seen individuals like come to the nation, then like once they find out what's really going on, it's like they thinking some gang banging shit going on, but once they come to the nation, learn and see what's really going on, I done seen plenty of motherfuckers be like, nah, this ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? Like they expecting one thing, but this telling, and pushing something totally different, some all positivity, like it the whole concept, like it just rooted in, how I want to say it, pushing individuals to be productive, but a lot of individuals, they think, they finna get in on some gang banging shit and got a gang or like rank or whatever status by, doing illegal stuff or whatever the case is, but it couldn't have been more further from the truth, uh like I'm familiar with individuals who done did all kind of shit, but ain't never surpassed a certain level as far as being a member. Like that didn't really mean nothing. Like it's more like a thinking man's game, like a thinking man's like concept. It wasn't no send out or no relaying bad advice or leading individuals down the wrong path. I just say it like that. Um, like the guy just put it down so cold, man. But like to somebody on the outside looking in, uh, like it wouldn't be seen, like. But it's all positive. It's all helping as a man or individual, whatever you are. But I done seen that like a lot. Individuals thinking, one thing, but you know, the whole core of it is pushing something totally different. You're gonna learn about yourself, you're gonna learn you know, stuff about uh different aspects of life and how to deal with them and just some man shit. Like it's not no uh just it's not no how I wanna put it, man. Like it's hard to misinterpret this bid and this concept. Is hard to like if you because it's so detailed on doing stuff for the community and growing. It's not it's hard to be a outstanding member. Like it's real hard if you GD in the right way. Uh, but yeah, man, I done seen that like individuals get manipulated by the mob. Like you know what I mean, like for real. Concept that code. There's some just real shit. It don't really got nothing to do with the business or none of that, but it's just another like struggle that I had to overcome personally. I shit back when a nigga was smoking and shit, I had a nervous breakdown. Like, I don't really know. It's like still to this day I don't really remember the exact details. Like individuals around me used to just tell me certain shit. They like, man, we was smoking or you know what I mean and chilling and shit and you just flipped out and like they were saying I was doing all kind of shit, but when I came to I really didn't really like remember what the fuck I had done. So like I'm a thinker, you know what I mean? So I was like, I gotta figure this shit out, I gotta get right, I gotta bounce back. So like I really just eliminated anything that could have been the problem. Uh, so like I say, man, for me, at the time I was smoking and shit, so I'm like, man, I'm just gonna stop smoking. And it was crazy because when I did that, my like me getting money and stuff went to a whole nother level. Cause like all my energy went into just getting money. But I don't really know if it had something to do with the bidding, like I say, cause like I had all kind of shit going on, like getting money, GDN, my personal life, like it was a whole lot of shit on me, and I'm a thinker, so when I like zone in on something specific, I gotta get something done, like I overthink it like a motherfucker, but all in all, that shit led to me like breaking down, you know what I'm saying? But I just I don't want to blame the mob or I don't want to blame none of that. Like it was some personal shit, like on my journey of growing. Like it was hard. Like I ain't gonna say this shit was all peaches and cream. Like I ain't gonna never lie. You know, a lot of niggas be like, oh, this shit just, or they want to seem the toughest, seem to be, they their ego is real big. I ain't gonna never do that because shit, I go through shit too. Um, Yeah, but that's some real shit. Another thing for me, I try to implement like watching what I say and watch what I do because I know as an individual it'll be a reflection upon the mob. So I really watch I watched a lot of shit. Like I say I'm already an overthinker. So you know, in certain stuff that I was doing as an individual, uh, man, I overthink it like a motherfucker, man. Before I even if I'm riding or doing anything that I ain't supposed to be doing, I'll be riding or whatever the fuck the case is. All right, cool. Before I even get to this corner, if the police down here, I'm gonna turn this way. Or if we go in this store and some shit pop off, this and that and the other, I'm gonna do this. Or if I'm like I was always thinking like that in my head. So eventually that shit just got to me. Like I was on every little thing, wasn't nothing slipping. Like I was on point like a motherfucker to the point where, like I say, it started getting to me. Um, like I say, I'm balancing getting money. I'm balancing family shit. I'm balancing the responsibilities that I got for the nation. I'm trying to endure my share, but like I ain't just finna sit up and fly like this shit was just easy. Like it may have looked like that to a lot of individuals, but man, like my life was really paused for a long ass time. Like when I was enduring my share for the mob, like I really couldn't do nothing personal as far as goals or anything like that because the responsibility that I had, I had to focus on that so much. Every day it was something different. Um, a nigga had to tend to every day is something different, a different situation. I'm trying to, put this positive message out, this, unity and we can have this going on, this, but like I said, every day, like me and the guys, we pushing 100 miles an hour for this being in mind. Like it was wild back then, man. For sure. I balance I balance personal life, the business, and like getting money by being to myself. Like I never really walked around with crowds or no shit like that. Man, I had a lot of situations where like guys be trying to get on my ass for certain little shit. I ain't gonna say little shit because I understand the the the, the principle about it, but like I was still my own man at the end of the day. Like I can understand we out of town or somewhere like that, but they was enforcing their security so like to the T. Like I couldn't do too much of shit where I just had freedom. You know what I'm saying? Like especially when I started being responsible for like the town, like the city. Like they'll call me on a regular. Like it was just so I couldn't really do too much of nothing because they looked at it like, man, like how you putting the shit down? Like I know for sure, like 3 4 times a day, these folks, like them certain individuals hit me like, man, is you doing what you supposed to be doing? What? And like I say, I'm still doing my own thing, um, like getting money wise, and then I still had a personal life. Uh, like the times are just different. All right, man, y'all see stuff getting deeper and deeper, man. The more we get into it, man, make sure y'all like, follow, subscribe, all that good shit, man, because we just getting started. This shit finna keep goddamn going up, man. Know what I'm saying? Just getting y'all this real shit, man. Just fuck with your boy, man. We on to the next one. Part 3 coming soon. Y'all stay tuned, man. We here.